everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are we feeling after a morning of amazing pitches from our students? How are our judges feeling? Good. Okay, awesome. So I wanted to start off by just thanking you guys for bringing your energy and your ideas to the Idea Center. I actually got the opportunity and the privilege to pitch prep some of the students that participated for you guys today and pitch their business to you guys today. And I have to say I was so incredibly impressed by their maturity and their poise and their commitment to the challenges that they're addressing through these businesses. And throughout the process, throughout this workshop, I asked them a lot about their why, right? Like, why do you want to start this business? Why are you here? I told them a little bit about my why I'm here, why the Idea Center has been cultivating this partnership with NFTE for almost a decade. And it really is as cliche as it sounds because of students like you. So I actually wanted to ask the audience a question. Did any of you guys know that Miami-Dade College is the largest institution in the nation, just by a show of hands? Okay, I see like 4 hands. So you guys all learned something new today. So this campus that you guys are at today is one of 8 campuses that we have here in Miami-Dade County. Our enrollment is somewhere near 100,000 students a year, which is incredible. So you are at one of the largest institutions in the nation. By a show of hands, did anybody know that Miami-Dade College is one of the most diverse institutions in the nation? Okay, I see more hands, cool. So we graduate impressively. We've graduated students from over 65 different countries, and we continue to do that at a rate that no other institution has been able to compete with. And so that's really the main reason why we're here. That's really the main reason the Idea Center is here, because we really do believe that by equipping our students with these entrepreneurial skills, these communication skills, these empathy skills, these design thinking skills, we're not only giving them the hopes and the dreams and the faith that they'd be able to create businesses to meet the challenges that the world is going to eventually come to, but also equipping them with those skills. And so today, a lot of you guys took your first steps in your entrepreneurial journey, and I saw that there were like a few glum faces from the students that didn't win a chance to pitch. And I just want to let you guys know that just you putting yourself on this stage, doing what you did, is invaluable. So I really love to give all of our participants a round of applause, because at your age, coming up on a stage and doing what you did, I would have never done that at the capacity that you'd have done today. And so I really, really, really want to make sure that you guys know that you did such an excellent job today. And just putting yourself out there is a win. And so not only are you guys going away with funding for your businesses, but you're also going away with this wonderful experience that you're going to continue growing and continue shaping as you continue building your businesses. And so you should be very proud of yourselves. And lastly, I wanted to thank you guys for choosing NFTE, and thank NFTE for choosing us. And congratulations to all of you, and best of luck to the teams that are now going to pitch. So, thank you.
Good afternoon. A generous thank you to the Idea Center here at Miami-Dade College for this incredible venue. We are so grateful for your hospitality, for hosting this competition in your inspiring space again this year. And welcome everyone to the NFTE Southeast Regional Youth Entrepreneurship Challenge. Woo! My name is Soraya Manzor-Morales, and I am a NFTE alumni from the class of 2023, and a national finalist from the last year's national competition with my business idea called Fury. Fury is the first hiring business owned by women to be truly affordable and high quality, with unique designs and to be made out of repurposed aluminum waste, helping to reduce pollution in the environment. Today, I am preparing to go to college in the fall, where I plan to participate in mechanical engineering and business programs, either at High Point University or Virginia Tech, and to go on to receive my bachelor's degree. Participating in NFTE's competition within the last year has further ignited my passion for business and my goal of impacting the automotive industry. In the future, I would like to intern at NASCAR or with a car manufacturer to acquire knowledge in the building process and gain skills necessary to start my own successful business within the automotive industry. Now, I would like to shout out my hero, my legendary NFTE teacher, Ms. Karen Cumberland. I truly can't begin to express the change and impact she's made on my life. I went from being a hopeless student who didn't dream of achieving anything to wanting to be an entrepreneur who changes the world. She has been there for me for my most difficult moments and in my best ones. She has never let me down. When I was competing last year, she supported me with anything I needed. She has been like a mother who has shown me kindness, love, support, and compassion. When I say she's truly dedicated to the education of business, she truly embodies it. Thank you, Ms. Cumberland, for bringing NFTE into so many student lives. You've been able to help ignite in all of us the ideal of being an entrepreneur and the desire to change the world. Thank you. I'm so excited to be back again this year, and I hope you are all thrilled, as I am, to be here and to take part in one of the cornerstones of the NFTE program, the business plan competition. If you are here today, chances are you already know how crucial the entrepreneur mindset is to the success of our country's economy, our communities, and most of all, young people like me. NFTE knows that preparing us to be career-ready and future-focused helps us recognize opportunities when faced with obstacles. The entrepreneurial mindset ignited in us by our NFTE teachers places us on a bold path of discovery and achievement, causing a ripple effect that positively impacts everyone. That's what these competitors and their dreams represent. Whatever path brought you here today, I want you to know that everyone in this room has the power to transform the lives of young people through entrepreneurship, including our generous supporters. NFTE is incredibly grateful to the presenting sponsors of this challenge, the Batchel Orr Foundation, the Jim Moran Foundation, EY, and Santander, and our signature sponsors. Thank you for making this day possible. And those sponsors are Dade County Federal Credit Union, the Grant Cardone Foundation, the Giving Project, and Miami-Dade DDA. Thank you. I did also like to thank the wonderful NFTE teachers like Ms. Cumberland, along with school partners, business coaches, classroom volunteers, judges, family, and friends that provide advice and encouragement to NFTE students. The support I received through my NFTE journey helped me get to where I am today. And that same support for this year's young entrepreneurs does not go unnoticed. Thank you. And finally, this event and all we do would not be possible without the commitment, guidance, and support from the members of the Southeast Region Advisory Board, whom you'll find listed in the program. Please join me in recognizing all those invaluable contributions to our NFTE community. Today is the culmination of many long hours of hard work from our finalists. Finalists, I have walked that same path that brought you here, and I know all the work you have put into your plans. No one knows these businesses better than you do. And we can't wait to hear your pitch. Before you begin, please take a deep breath and know that we believe in your power and your potential, and that we hope you leave today knowing how amazing you are and how much you inspire everyone here. Remember, it's not always winning that pushes us to greatness. Challenges spark innovation, and you never know what tomorrow will hold. So no matter what the outcome is of this competition, be proud of what you have done and enjoy the applause. Congratulations on being here. Okay, are we ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Here, where it gets really exciting. To judge the challenge, we have an esteemed panel of experts who have volunteered their time. Please help me welcome Jean Belazar, Senior Vice President and Relationship Manager at Santander. Second on our list, Gildas Durand, Principal Partner of Forensics and Integrity at EY. Pedro Gomez, Associate Director of Entrepreneurship at Northeastern University, Miami. Michelle Grillon, Managing Director at Mariner Wealth Advisors. William Osceola, Secretary of the Miccosukee Business Council of the Miccosukee Tribe of Indians of Florida. And Jessica Vasquez, Assistant Marketing Manager from Dade County Federal Credit Union. Judges, thank you so much for sharing your time and expertise. We have every confidence that our finalists will truly impress you. We do not envy your job. Now, for a brief review of the rules, each presenter will have exactly 7 minutes to present their pitch deck to the judges. Our timer will show a green card where there are 5 minutes left, and a yellow card where there is 1 minute remaining. If time expires before they finish, a red card will be shown, and bell tone will be rung. After each presentation, the judges will have 3 minutes to ask questions. Again, a yellow card will be shown when there is 1 minute left, and the red card and bell will be rung when time is up. We will also provide a few minutes between presenters for our judges to make necessary notes and record their scores. Lastly, our third place winner from today's final competition will leave with $500, while our second place winner receives $1,000. Our first place winner will take home $1,500. All right, let's start the challenge. To present their business plan for Math Your Way, welcome Morgan Shepard from Stephenson High School in DeKalb County.
Greetings, everyone.
Hello.
Greetings, everyone.
Greetings.
I'm Morgan Shepard, the founder and CEO of Math Your Way, where it's math made your way. So while I've been in school, I've noticed in my classes, people get really discouraged when they're trying to learn math. Some people just conclude, I'm not a math person, I'm bad at it, and I hate it. However, the problem really isn't you. You have the potential. It's the environment you're around. We have a teacher shortage in Georgia, specifically in my county, DeKalb County, in which our students aren't proficient above 20%. So 80% of them are either below level that they're supposed to be on. The problem isn't you. The problem is the system. You don't have enough support that you need to be successful. And this is across Georgia overall. What are we going to do about it? Well, Math Your Way is a personalized, affordable, traveling tutoring service in which we provide you quality tutoring for a low price compared to our competitors. And we also emphasize one-on-one tutoring. We assess you where you're at and bring you up to where you're expected to perform. How do we do it? Well, we train students in our local communities and across Georgia to be math tutors. We give them paid work experience to help them develop transferable job skills. We also align with state expectations, so we know where you're supposed to be at and we can bring you up to them. Not only do we do this, but we connect you with your environment through mathematics. You no longer have to memorize information and regurgitate it, but you connect the why behind it and develop critical thinking skills. Now, our target market for tutors is 14 to 18-year-olds, so that they can learn from their peers and be more confident and comfortable. We also target 14 to 18-year-olds who are struggling in mathematics to be our students, as well as we reach out to parents of ages 6 to 18 that have students who are struggling in math, but yet they value their education. They typically purchase tutoring sessions from the final exams in winter and in spring. Now, our marketing plan. We want to reach out to you by word of mouth. It's the quickest way for our information to go around. However, we are a part of a Super Proof program, which is a teaching and tutoring service that connects parents and students to prospective tutors in their area. We want to advertise that we have a first hour free. So during that first hour, you get to understand who your tutor is, and they get to understand what your learning style is, where you're at, and where you need to go. We also have a discount for up to 15% with our payment plans. So if you return as a student and purchase a lesson plan pack, you'll actually have to pay a little less. Now, how do we stand out from other tutoring services? Well, Sharpie Sessions is only online, and their prices are double ours. So we're more affordable, so you can get the time and money that you put in out. But when you go to Sharpie Sessions, you have to pay $500 for 6 sessions, which they limit you to 4 weeks in order for you to use. But if I only have to study for a test for 2 hours, where's the other $300 going? Math Your Way doesn't do that. We have hourly tutoring services, $30 per hour, and we have payment plans that you apply the duration and the time that you will take it over a course of weeks or however long for yourself. And it's not determined by anybody else's time because it's Math Your Way. Mathnasium also has a similar output. They, however, have monthly plans. So you have to pay for the whole month in order to come to their math center. And they don't come to you. You have to go to them. And it's not really convenient for our sports people who don't have the time to go to the center. We come to you. That's what we got. And we also have me. I have the knowledge and skills because I've been in accelerated mathematics basically my whole life, and I'm class of 2024 salutatorian. Graduated yesterday. Hold the applause. Hold the applause. I've also completed the Entrepreneurship and the Teaching as a Profession pathway. So I have the knowledge of it and how to tutor you. However, if it's not enough to convince you, I have the experience. I've been in an executive position of president of my local Future Business Leaders of America chapter for 2 years. And I've also had a mentorship and internship program for 2 years, studying under math teachers and at Georgia State. I've also been owning a tutoring service for 3 years and been peer tutoring for 5. Now our cost structure. For $30, students receive an hour of math tutoring service. Half of that goes to our tutors because it's part of us giving back to our community. $1.75 goes for the gas that we use, for an average of a 20-mile round trip. Using a hybrid car that has miles per gallon makes you save your money. We also have our fixed expenses at $280.25, which only means that we have to provide 22 units because our contribution margin is $13.25 per session. The first year, we want to publish our website. Although we've already tutored over 15 students, we want to make sure that we get to reach them more. So that's why we are creating a website for them. We want to sell 455 units of tutoring, which is projected profit of $2,500. The next year, we want to hire more tutors so that we will have more availability and we will have more areas we can reach in Georgia, which increases our profit because with more tutors, you have more time and more students. Year 3, we want to do the same with expanding our tutors. However, we also want to hire tutors and help them with our workshops, making sure that they have the necessary skills and the qualifications to help our students. For philanthropy, although Math Your Way targets annual household incomes of $50,000 or more because they're typically able to pay for it, extra expense, we want to provide our students that are in household incomes with less than $50,000 with practice tests and assessments. We want to provide them with the materials like calculators and computers to help them be successful as well. And we want to hold free workshops for career preparation that they also get the benefit even though their financial may not be able to pay for it. For me personally, I want to obtain a Bachelor of Science Mathematics degree when I go to Augusta University next year. I want to expand my knowledge of the teaching pedagogy and research more about learning styles so I can be better equipped to help my students. Remember, this is Math Your Way, where it's math made your way. And I am Morgan Shepherd. However, I am not alone. When you invest in Math Your Way, you're not just investing in students that go to school. You're investing in our computer scientists, our engineers, our people of the future. You help them be confident in math, they're confident to tackle those challenges. Thank you.
Great job. Judges, you have 3 minutes of questions and answer. Period begins now.
Question. Good presentation. I want to be clear, you will also provide in-person services to your prospective clients.
Yes. Do you want to know how?
I'm assuming you're going to drive public transportation? Because I know you mentioned a electric vehicle.
Yes.
You mentioned hiring students to teach. So what are the qualifications of your potential employees?
Well, our students have to know the information. So we're making sure that they excel in their classes, they turn in grades, turn in their assignments, they take like a practice exam. They should be able to do it quicker and faster so that we know that they're more knowledgeable to be able to teach their peers. And personally, I'll be able to train them too, and we'll be doing like a mock exam where they try to teach me a concept.
What level of math, is it going to be algebra, pre-algebra, calculus?
Yes, so our students are from K through 8 with ages the 6 and the 18. And when I go to college, the business will be expanding to have more college credits of mathematics, like calculus.
Great pitch, by the way. Great presentation. My question is around your go-to-market strategy. I heard a little bit about word of mouth, but I wanted to see your thoughts on what do you want to experiment there, and then let's go a little bit further.
Okay, so how I've already obtained my students is primarily through word of mouth of school teachers. When they are managing a classroom of 30 students or even 20 students, they have specific needs for their students that they can't meet. So they will refer you to somebody in the classroom that has those skills. I've been one of those students in my classrooms. But instead of having a burden on a student in the class, they can bring them to the tutoring service. So we pass out business cards to teachers so we can help them out and we can all benefit from it. No more questions? Thank you.
Now for our second finalist.
Give them just a minute.
Now for our second finalist, presenting their business plan for EcoVision. Please welcome Bryce Wagner and Nishant Shah from Carrollwood Day School.
Hi, I'm Bryce.
And I'm Nishant.
And we are EcoVision, nature that heals wounds. So the original idea for this product started when my mom caught long COVID, and she was bedridden for months and almost died and suffered depression for the first time in her life due to her being stuck in a bleak hospital bed and not being able to go outside. So then we had the idea, what happens if we could bring nature to the bedside? So here's the problem and our opportunity. So patients and seniors post-surgery and nursing homes and after chemo are unable to venture outside and they can't receive the benefits of the natural world, which causes depression, anxiety, and stress, while nature causes the release of positive endorphins like serotonin, which can help counteract those negative feelings.
So we decided to create EcoVision, a VR health solution for patients. We provide immersive and natural experiences for the patient and transport patients to natural worlds. Think lakes, oceans, beaches, and even national parks in the future. We have customizable settings, accessible and easy-to-use user interfaces, real health benefits like improved cognitive function, blood pressure, mental health, reduction of cortisol levels or stress, as well as benefiting sleep. Our mission statement is providing care for patients through nature.
I got the microphone.
So here's our product magic. We have full immersion with high quality videos, and we have personalized experiences using ChatGPT 3.5 API. We can use the microphone to ask what the patient would want, and then we would give them the proper environment, like by the beach or in a forest, and then whether they want guided meditation, calming music, or if they would want just nature sounds. And then there are health benefits, which we go into with this medical study, which we'll hand out. We have connections to the Mayo Clinic. We are already working towards a medical study, and we have experts in VR working on this project.
So our major target audience is bedridden patients, or patients not capable of viewing nature outside of the hospital room. We're talking mostly elderly, post-surgery, and chronically ill. Currently, that number sits at 130,000 bedridden patients across the United States, according to the National Institute of Health. But we can expand that number to 611,000 when we talk about the entire hospital population across the United States. We can even branch out to some potential submarkets like the mental health industry, where our product can be used as an intervention for depression, anxiety, and stress. Currently, 57.8 million United States citizens had a mental health incident this year. Additionally, when we branch out into those nursing homes and assisted care facilities, there are 2.5 million United States citizens as active residents of these facilities. Here's our marketing plan. First, we'll start with Mayo Clinic medical trials as a form of silent marketing in order to establish the veracity of the science. We want to make sure that our product has an actual effect on the consumer, and during this process, we'll also refine our product and add important parts. Then we'll move into our awareness campaign, public marketing, and community outreach. We want to develop a network within the health industry in order for us to promote our product later on. Then we'll move into hospital and pharmaceutical partnerships, establishing connections, and selling through already established pathways. We want to work with companies like Pfizer, Eli Lilly, and Merck, as well as partner with hospitals in our local area, as well as further, like Tampa General and Advent Health. Then we'll move into individual sales, where we'll sell to consumers through word of mouth.
So here's our competitive analysis, which is mostly major tech. So we are sourcing our headsets from Meta using the Meta Quest 2, and our competition would be Microsoft and Apple. But our market advantage is few have applied VR technology to patient treatment. Most are AR treatment and diagnosis-based surgery, and our niche is different. Like for example, with the Microsoft HoloLens 2, what they do is they give an AR overlay to surgeons giving surgery to help them make incisions in the right spot and such. So while they're helping the caregivers, we are helping the patient. So here are qualifications. Hi, I'm Bryce, and I'm an experienced programmer with 6 years of experience. I've worked with the Golf Plus company, which is the largest VR golf game. And also I have owned another software company that's already generated thousands of dollars in revenue, and I'm the CTO.
I'm Nishant. I have 6+ years of student council leadership experience. I have sales and financial skills as a DECA competitor. I'm also a speech and debate national qualifier for this year, and I'm our chief revenue officer. Gabriel Lopez, who's sitting in the audience, is the winner of multiple different art competitions at the local, state, and national level. He has 6+ years of student council leadership experience, as well as I do, and he is a speech and debate national qualifier for this year. He is our logo designer and is the chief marketing officer. Again, we are all a part of EBIT, Entrepreneurship Business Investment Team. Through this process, we've learned how to pitch, and we've gotten information from people like the CMO of Paramount Plus in order to how to start and run a business. Here's our cost structure as a systems integration company. We have 2 major revenue streams. First, the annual subscription for a pre-owned VR headset, sitting at $8.33 monthly for the customer. We have a maintenance fee of $3, giving us a contribution margin of $5.33. We only need to sell 212 of these units per month in order to break even. Our second revenue stream is the actual physical VR headset with a 1-year subscription. So that would be the Facebook Meta Quest 2, which costs us $200 and sold for $400 with a contribution margin of $200. We have 6 break-even units per month with that product and that revenue stream. So we only need to sell 6 of these units in order for us to make a profit each month. Our fixed expenses are flexible, but currently they sit at $1,130. $30 built in for product depreciation in the situation that our product degrades over time and they would like repairs. $400 built in for marketing monthly in order for us to travel to Eli Lilly, Merck, Mayo Clinic and work with them to continue promoting our product. Salaries at $500 monthly, $200 for liability insurance, and $51 for cloud and server hosting.
So here's our current status and future plans. So we are developing a prototype. We already have one, which we can show to you during Q&A, but we want to add more features to it and make it better. And then we're going to go into Mayo Clinic trials, and then after that we're going to go into our marketing campaign and individual product sales, and then pharmaceutical and corporate and hospital partnerships and sales, and also potential insurance plans.
And that's it. We are EcoVision, nature that heals wounds, and we're here to bring nature to you. Thank you for your time.
All right. Before we start Q&A. I know some of you guys saw our products while we were out during those booths. Do you guys want me to bring the headset on while you guys ask questions to Nisha, or do you want me to just show it on my phone so you guys can see what it's like? Either one. Whatever's fine. All right, then I'll do the phone while you guys ask questions real quick.
Go ahead.
Great presentation, judges, take it away.
Do you have a timeline on the goals that you mentioned in the last slide?
Okay, so developing prototype, that's going to be an ongoing thing. We want to continue to make sure that our product develops over time. We don't want to leave it rigid. We want to continue to add more parts. But as of right now, we have a basic prototype. We're going to be adding more. We're going to be adding audio soundtracks as well as doing the ChatGPT incorporation that Bryce will be talking about. Mayo Clinic trials, our goal is to end the phase 1 part of that trial by Labor Day weekend of this year. Then our marketing campaign and individual product sales, we want to make sure that our Mayo Clinic trials are solid and in the ground before we move on to those steps and actually meeting with all those people and meeting with the hospitals and corporations. But once we get that done, that Labor Day weekend, we'll be moving to actually sell the product.
All right, guys, great pitch. My question is around, actually, it's twofold. One is around competitive analysis. I want to know more about who's your direct competitor instead of indirect competition, and then about the dizziness around VR, if you guys addressed that, or something that you're still testing. Thank you.
All right, so for competitive analysis, I'd say the most on the software side would be YouTube VR, wouldn't you say? So, but the thing is with this, we're going towards older patients and also people who aren't as experienced in technology, and they can't really navigate through YouTube VR's menus. While we're using ChatGPT to essentially, they can talk into the microphone and then they will get the exact scenes they want picked out by ChatGPT, whether it's guided meditation or nature sounds, whatever they want. And the reason why I picked this route is because my 96-year-old grandfather, he really liked those Alexa Echoes because you could just talk to him and they bring up whatever you want.
Any other questions? Got it. Thank you.
Okay, judges, take a moment to finish recording your scores. Now for our third finalist, presenting their business plan for Sunskin, please welcome Jack Olson from Fort Lauderdale High School in Broward County.
Have you ever struggled with acne? Did it ever affect your confidence and self-esteem? Hi, I'm Jack, and let me tell you, I can relate and so many others can. Because of this, I decided to find Sunskin, a skin-colored pimple patch designed to heal and conceal your blemishes. First, the problem statement. Why is Sunskin helpful? There are two problems we aim to solve currently in America, acne and acne shame. To help with acne shame, we offer 40 shades of skin-colored patches with 4 different undertones, those being fair, cool, neutral, and warm. As far as healing acne, we offer multiple brightening agents, like hydrocolloid, niacinamide, and glycolic acid. Value proposition. Why use Sunskin instead of other patches on the market? Well, currently there's a gap in the pimple patch market for a patch that's not only skin-colored, but fully opaque. The reason why Sunskin chooses to do both those things is to maximize our concealing benefits. Moving on the healing side of things, most pimple patches in the market only utilize hydrocolloid, a substance used to dry out blemishes. We, in addition, use niacinamide and glycolic acid to bring brightening benefits into our patches. Underlying magic. What makes Sunskin Sunskin? Well, I've mentioned a lot of complex medical compounds, so allow me to explain the purpose of each of those. To heal, we use niacinamide to reduce redness and inflammation, and hydrocolloid to absorb excess oils and blemishes, drying them out and helping them heal faster. Both those things combined together in patches expedite the healing process of your acne. To brighten, this is where the glycolic acid comes in. This is a type of acid used to help with discoloration, hyperpigmentation, and overall provide a brighter complexion. By simply applying our circle-like pimple patches directly to your blemish, you can fully conceal and seamlessly camouflage blemishes right into your skin. Target market. Who is this marketed towards? Using statistics previously mentioned, I've determined that I will be marketing my product towards the teenage population. More specifically, teenagers of all genders that have acne or any issues rooted within acne, like acne shame, hyperpigmentation, dull skin, or anyone who may have any blemishes in general. Using this information, the teenage population is currently 42 million. If 85% struggle with acne, my market amount is 35.7 million people. Now, how am I going to market to teenagers? Well, after observing various charts and data, I've determined the most efficient way is through social media. Those two platforms being TikTok and Instagram, where I currently have social media accounts already posted at Sunskin Patches. 70% of teenagers currently use the TikTok application, and the cost to boost and advertise on there is 50 cents cost per milli or cost per 1,000 impressions. Although with both of these platforms, there's a slight ability of free marketing with the ability to post videos online. This cost remains the same for Instagram, where around 63% of teenagers have been found to use the app. Competitive analysis. Let's now compare Sunskin directly to other patches. My current direct competitor out on the market is Starface. They offer neon-colored star-shaped pimple patches, while Sunskin takes a more seamless approach by choosing to do skin colors instead, as using a neon color can be found to be more bold and stick out more, and skin color will blend into your skin more rather. An indirect competitor is the Mighty Patch. They chose to do a translucent patch where you can clearly see the blemish when you apply it on your skin. They also only utilize hydrocolloid. Looking at Sunskin's healing benefits, we use additional healing benefits that make it a more beneficial patch overall comparatively. But what even qualifies me to speak on this matter? Well, to highlight some relevant qualifications, I am Entrepreneurship and Small Business Certified, showing that I have the knowledge required to properly run a business. With this, I'm also HTML and CSS certified, which will be made relevant with the discussion of my launch plans and creating my own brand website. In addition, I'm also part of my target market. I have been a teenager who struggled with acne for many years, and it's really always affected my confidence, whether it got better or worse, and my self-esteem, which kind of led me to make this product. With this, I hold a similar mindset to my consumers, helping me make the most effective product that they would be most interested in. Let's break down the cost structure and the finances that go into making Sunskin patches. One unit is defined as a 24 pack of patches, and the cost to make this unit is $10.75. If we sell our patches at $30 per unit, then our profit margins are at $19.25 or around 30 to 40%. Looking at fixed expenses, which include things like salary, advertising, and rent, those will add up to around $1,990. With this, dividing these two numbers together, I've determined my monthly break-even units are 104 units per month. But how am I going to get these products off the shelf? Well, let's discuss the current and future plans. For launch day, I plan to first launch as strictly an e-commerce business, utilizing my own personal brand website, TikTok Shop, and Amazon, using the full 40-shade range. However, for expansion, I will be needing to condense this range by using the sales data to determine the most popular shades that will sell in store. After doing that, I want to first set my mark in drugstores to access people who need something quick, fast, and easy. From there, then move into other big retailers to go more national. See everyday people, maximize my range of potential consumers and my reach. That concludes my presentation for today, and I want to thank you for your time and attention. We currently, as I previously mentioned, we currently have 2 social media platforms that are active and that I post content on frequently, and my business email is on the screen for any future business inquiries. And remember, When you use sunscreen, you too can make your skin bright like the sun. Thank you.
It's time for Q&A.
Do you make your products here in the US or do you import them?
So I plan on using a third-party manufacturer, so I do not know yet, that is still in production, of how that is going to go down, but I can assume they would probably be in a other country.
How durable are the patches? I'm just thinking down here in Florida where it's very humid, are they going to be able to stay to your skin?
So the hydrocolloid is the material that our patches are made out of, and it's very adhesive to your skin, almost like a Band-Aid. So seeing as how, it's the same function as a Band-Aid where it would stick onto your skin and it would stay on. However, when applied to water, it may tend to get a little bit loose and fall off as the adhesive becomes a little weak.
Great presentation. My question is around pricing. So $30 a box, is that expensive? Where are you within competition prices?
So while $30 may seem a little premium for marketing to teenagers, looking at my competitors, an example is the Mighty Patch Micro Point patches, which also utilize niacinamide. They sell their patches for an 8-pack, it's around $18 to $20. So when comparing the value, mine is $24 for $30, so it has a little bit more value, a little bit more patches comparatively. Thank you so much for your time.
At this time, I'd like to ask the judges to collect their things so they can head off to deliberate and determine who our winner will be. Let's give one last round of applause to our student presenters.
Good job.
All right, good afternoon. So I'll continue us here. So once again, thank you, Sarai, for being here today and emceeing our event, but more importantly for representing all of our NFTE alumni and the network that we have within here. So please join me in giving Sarai another round of applause. My name is Victor Martinez. I'm the program manager here at the Southeast region, and I'm really privileged to be here to recognize a few people who really deserve some very special recognition and praise. We have the honor every year to select both an individual and a corporate volunteer of the year. And then they become national nominees for the National Volunteer of the Year Award, presented at the NFTE National Challenge in New York City this upcoming October. First, this year's Individual Volunteer of the Year nominee has been an integral part of the NFTE community since 2015, contributing as a guest speaker, as a business plan coach, competition judge, and mentor to students in Miami who are often interested in real estate careers or ventures. Of course, I'm talking no other than Anthony Hazen from Link Logistics. Anthony's impact grew in 2022 and 2023 school year when he joined the NFTE Southeast Advisory Board, influencing our region and the global NFTE network overall, and resulting in Link Logistics' sponsorship of the 2022 World Series of Innovation Challenge. In 2023, Anthony led a successful grant initiative, securing over $100,000 for the NFTE Metaverse space. This initiative has allowed students, teachers, and volunteers to explore and utilize Web 3.0 technology in the classroom. Notably, through Anthony's leadership for the NFTE Metaverse grant, we have been able to facilitate and launch various programs in the metaverse space, such as the inaugural Summer 2023 first ever business pitch competition, the Metaverse art installation featuring students from New World School of the Arts as we kicked off Miami Art Basel, and the 2023 Regional Youth Entrepreneurship Challenge, and the 2023 World Series of Innovation Student Finalist Showcase. Even beyond his direct involvement, Anthony continues to support NFTE by recruiting volunteers from his local network to support our programs. Volunteers and champions like Anthony are essential to our innovative strides in education and entrepreneurship. At this time, I would like to invite to the stage NFTE Southeast board member Cesar Ramos to share a few additional words about our individual volunteer of the year.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you for the honor. Thank you for the time being here. I'm actually going to correct a little bit. It's not 2015, the first time that Anthony started volunteer. It actually goes back to 2012. We were just doing the math a little while ago, Alice and I, and that's when we first met. It was actually volunteering, so it's more than 2015, it's 2012. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Thank you to the volunteers that make this possible, to the teachers, to the staff, most importantly, to the students that pour all their efforts into participating, learning, and competing. Lastly, I want to thank an advisory board member, and our advisory board members, and specifically one of them, Anthony Casey. They asked me to, share like a little bit of a story. So one of the best stories that I have with Anthony is after we started mentoring students around 2012, same time, he participated in many competitions, as Victor said. There was one time in which there was a student that wanted to wear a suit to the competition. Anthony jumped in and said, "Don't worry, I'll take care of that." Anthony took that student shopping. If you know anything about him, and you'll see him shortly when he comes here, he's extremely into fashion. He's one of my most fashionable friends. So you can imagine how the student showed up that day to that particular competition. Over the years, Anthony has always asked me, how can I do more? One day he found an opportunity. He was at a meeting with the senior leaders at Link Logistics. They were looking for an impactful nonprofit all around the United States. Anthony called me urgently and said, "I think I got it." We immediately moved into action. I put a call to Janine Schloss, standing in the back. And in a few hours, Link Logistics had a proposal. The proposal was so successful and the delivery was so successful that Link came back and said, "We want to do it one more time." So there was a second branch. Victor has already explained all the things that we did with that money, and all the lives and all the projects that we've been able to do. So I won't go into that. To say that Anthony was a huge supporter and advocate throughout the entire process and one of the most ardent supporters of NFTE is just an understatement. The fact that you have participated with NFTE so many years, the fact that you have participated in so many roles, impacted so many students, is the reason why Link Logistics just trusted you with the money and in turn gave it to us. Link donated $75,000 in 23, donated $125,000 in 24. That's a total of $200 in 2 years. Anthony, it has been an honor to know you for the last 12 years. It's an honor to call you a friend. You embody every trait that NFTE should look in a volunteer, a competitor, a judge, and an advisory member. Most importantly, it's an honor to present you with this award, the 2024 Volunteer of the Year Award.
Well, I have to say wow to all the students that were up here earlier. When me and Cesar were sitting there, we were thinking like, when we were in high school, we would never be able to do that. And that is a prime example of why I've been working with NFTE for so long. When I started in 2012, I was mentoring students. We would go into the schools a couple times a month and help them hone their business plans and help policy students to be able to present like you see here. I like being involved in a charity that you can see the fruits of your labor immediately. I work with the students, they come up here, and you just, it's boots on the ground. When I was younger, I didn't have the opportunities that you guys have with NFTE. When we were at the New York gala 2 weeks ago, there was a student who won an award, and he received accolades from people throughout New York City before he came up, and he has several businesses that he's started and he's very accomplished. And I was sitting in the audience and I was thinking like, man, like if I had the kind of opportunity that NFTE has provided him and provides you, I wonder where I would be today. So that's why I do what I do, and that's why I will always continue to be involved with NFTE. But thank you for the opportunity and thank you for the work.
And next, it should come to no surprise to the NFTE Southeast region for our Corporate Volunteer of the Year nominee. This year's nominee is Everbank. Everbank has been a dedicated supporter since 2020 in both the NFTE South and Southeast regions. Under the leadership of Senior Vice President and CRA Officer Eric Lower and the entire CRA team, the Everbank community has been an enthusiastic participant in our initiatives. They quickly engage in volunteer opportunities with our region and beyond, providing invaluable virtual and in-person student support. Throughout the 2023-2024 school year, over 75 Everbank volunteers generously gave over 300 hours to mentor our students and serve as competition judges, timers, and room captains. Everbank's contribution over the past 5 years has exceeded over $100,000, significantly boosting NFTE's core programming. This year, their involvement reached new heights as they hosted the Duval County School Youth Entrepreneurship Challenge at the Everbank Stadium, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Over 50 Everbank volunteers, including CEO Greg Shilby, played an essential role in this full-day competition, demonstrating their ongoing commitment to empowering the next generation of entrepreneurs. These efforts exemplify Everbank's exceptional dedication, making them deserving candidates for the Volunteer of the Year award. I would like to invite to the stage Sarai to share a few additional words about our Corporate Volunteer of the Year.
Within the last week, I was able to travel with Stephanie Alvarado from the NFTE team and a school friend to Barcelona, Spain to participate in a full-week entrepreneurial event from the Ito Caixa Foundation called The Challenge. During my time participating in the challenge, I was referenced as a world shaker. That meant someone who aimed to make a change. I was able to learn about ways I can continue to develop my business idea and partake in many wonderful business-oriented activities. Throughout the experience, I was able to work with 2 wonderful ladies from Everbank who guided and supported me when developing my business pitch. So a huge thank you to Everbank for your support.
Thank you, Sarai. And here to accept the award is Assistant Vice President of Brand Partnerships, Tori Papas. Please join me in thanking Tori and Everbank.
Well, I don't want to take away from just all of the amazing colleagues that I work with. I mean, this is a corporate award, and it's just such a pleasure to be here today and see the fruits of all the coaching that we've done, the amazing, amazing students that that all the work that you put in to see you shine. So it is just such an honor to be a part of a company that really puts volunteering on such a pedestal. We get 24 hours of paid time to volunteer, and NFTE is always the organization that our people want to work with and volunteer, and it's because of all of you students that make volunteering so rewarding. NFTE is such a special organization to the heart of Everbank, and being here today to witness all of you, your passion, the NFTE staff, what you do is really special to be a part of. So thank you so much, appreciate it.
As you've heard, NFTE volunteers help our teachers and our youth in many ways. To learn more on how to become involved with NFTE, like these incredible individuals and organizations, please feel free to visit volunteer@nifty.com. At this point, I would like to welcome to the stage Executive Director of the NFTE Southeast, Chris Grignon.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Wow, this was an amazing day. An amazing, amazing day. You guys rocked and rolled today. Again, congratulations to all the contestants that participated today, the teachers, the parents, the supporters. So give yourselves a round of applause. In the NFTE community, I think, yeah, she's right back there. Alice Horn, right? This goes back to 24 years. We did the math a little while ago. Her and I, she recruited me from the YWCA of Greater Miami, brought me into South Florida around entrepreneurship. She said, "You doing it? You need to come work with Kid Ventures." We did Kid Ventures. There's a lot of old, I'm gonna call it old band members, right, that are in the room today. Maria Alonso, Stuart Merkin, Richard Jackson, Stephanie was here way back when, Alan back when he was at Florida Marlins, leading into his new position at the Miami Bayside Foundation, and so many others. The reason I'm bringing this story around because of the full circle I got to see at NFTE and the work that you guys are doing. I'm gonna be able to see that hopefully 10 years from now come to life, right? Or maybe tomorrow or the year after. But it takes, being born and raised in New York, I say this year after year, and I'm never gonna get tired of saying it takes the village to raise a child. And you need the community to wrap your arms around the individual students to actually see them flourish. Alice brought Craig Robbins, which is a mogul real estate investor here in South Florida, to one of our students' rooms years ago. Jonathan Avadia, 10 years later, is now the CEO of AxeLab Gaming. That's the power of the partnerships, the collaborations that you create in the community. Those are the outcomes you get at the end. It's critical that everybody played their role along the way. West Palm Beach, we have a fabulous teacher here, Karen, that you heard Sarai tell her piece about Karen. I told Karen about Karen earlier. I said, Karen, I don't know if you know this, but this is what you've been doing. I don't know how many years Karen has been teaching, but Karen teaches every day as it was her first day of teaching. And when you have teachers and educators that can teach with that excitement and that passion on day one and do it several years later, that's a teacher that continues that passion, that movement. Caesar, Anthony, Tori, and many other volunteers, Alan, bringing other volunteers into the space, bringing donors into the space to help continue the program. Richard Jackson created a new movement in the world of NFTE, Innovate South Florida, a separate competition for other institutions here in South Florida that helps raise money to help support our programs day to day. Our CEO, JD LaRock, traveling at a global level, spreading that entrepreneurial virus, no matter where he's at. It takes, again, the village to raise a child. We have a video that we're gonna show you guys about our pathway, our journey within a school year, and what it looks like with the volunteers, the support of the district, the students going from A to Z, the list continues. So we are going to show you guys that video, and just stay tuned. It's about 4 minutes. And shout out to all the film production in here today. Shout out to 2 Parrot Productions, Jessica Kizarek and her team. And we won a grant on Eyes on Your Mission, and we created this video that we're about to show you guys. And she did a fabulous job telling the nifty story. Again, thank you guys for being amazing, and thank you guys most of all for supporting our youth. Thank you.
And now it's the moment we've all been waiting for. But before we turn it over to our judges for any final feedback, the Nifty Southeast team has a little something they would like to give each of the semi-finalists. So I would like all the semi-finalists that are in the back to come to the front, please. I am excited to announce that each of our 3 finalists, alongside all the semi-finalists who competed this morning, have punched their ticket to the national competition and will be heading to New York City this October. You have already met most of these semi-finalists during our reception.
Oh, thank you. My partner's an athlete. His partner.
Students, once again, congratulations, and you all will be going to New York. Now that the judges are back, I'd like to ask all our finalists to come on the stage. So judges, we are all very interested in your impressions. Is there any feedback you'd like to give before the results are announced?
They're all amazing.
You guys did great on the presentation. Gotta say, great job. Much better than I would have done at your age.
Amazing presentation. I was really impressed by the quality of the ventures, the quality of the problems that you guys are solving. Congratulations. I'd love to offer some office hours from Northeastern University for you guys to come in and we'll talk, we'll discuss more about the go-to-market, the stuff, everything that you guys need, but congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you, and congrats again, everyone. They were all incredible presentations, but we know a winner of today's competition must be chosen. To read the results and close out our time together, I'd like to welcome to the stage NFTE's President and CEO, Dr. J.D. Larod.
Let's give it up for Soraya. What a great I'm not going to keep you waiting too long, but I would like to say a few words to all of you, and then a few words to you before I read the results. What I'd like to say to all of you here just echoes what my friend and colleague Chris Brignon says about the special community that's here in Miami and in Florida and in the whole Southeast region. This October I'll mark my 5-year anniversary as CEO of NFTE, and I'm beginning to think, oh, I'm putting in some good time here. But then I come here where people have been involved for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and I see that I've only just begun. But it's also a testament to what can be built when a community like this one and all of you here put that level of commitment into the mission of an organization like ours. This year, the Southeast region, just by itself, will serve more than 20,000 students, spanning from Florida up through North Carolina, which is a remarkable achievement. So thank you very much for that long-standing commitment that so many of you in this room, board members, educators, volunteers, corporate supporters, and others have made, staff members. The results speak for themselves. Now, for all of you, I'm trying something a little bit new this year. Usually I just say a few nice things that I noticed about each of your pitches, and I take notes. But since you're all going on to the competition, and you all have the opportunity to work on your pitches a little bit more, I'm gonna say some nice things, but I'll also deliver a little bit of specific advice too. So one thing that I noticed, and we don't always see this, the level of quality across all the pitches was pretty uniform. There were more commonalities in a positive way than points of divergence. For example, each pitch was very, very smooth, very smooth. The pacing was good, clarity was good, you had your talk track down really, really well, so keep with that. Even in the face of some snafus, I love what you did with the mic when it wasn't working. You didn't flinch, you just handed it off. And that spoke really well to your teamwork. Each of you had moments where your own natural personality and charisma really shone through. And so all of you had an authenticity to what you were doing that really made a nice difference. Okay, pieces of advice for each of you. Morgan, it came up in the Q&A, but as you were doing your pitch, I was wondering the same thing that actually came up in the Q&A, which is, what specific math are you going to be able to offer tutoring in? So you have the opportunity to work that into your pitch, and I would offer that as a potential recommendation as you continue to refine it. Bryce and Nishant, really love the fact that you zoomed in on proving sort of the scientific merit of the project. Would love to hear a little bit more about the Mayo Clinic thing, because that sounds impressive, but it also seems complicated. I wouldn't go on and on about it, but I'd love to hear a little bit more about that. And the other thing that came up in the Q&A, or that you attempted to do, I would encourage you to find a way to work this into the pitch itself. So you've got a VR-enabled idea, you got software associated with it. You need to find a way to communicate that experience to your audience within the pitch. We usually don't recommend embedding videos in pitches. You can.
If it's carefully done.
It has to be carefully done because sometimes it doesn't work. But if I would give you one recommendation, find a way to convey some example of the VR experience within the pitch so that it's clearer what it is that you're actually talking about. You did a great job describing it, but you have an opportunity to show it too. Jack, By the way, just one other point of praise, commonality across all three. Economics of one unit can be a weak spot in these pitches. They were all well done in this case, so well done there. Jack, again, smooth pitch, very relatable. Do you now in your exhibit? Do you have a sample of your patches? You do. Work that. Give it out to the judges. Hold it up and show it. I was even thinking, you take or leave this suggestion, but I was thinking to myself, wouldn't it be interesting if you're giving your pitch, because the whole concept is it blends in with your skin tone, right? And say, and by the way, I'm wearing one of these right now.
I shouldn't do that, and I just couldn't. It's not fully manufactured yet, so it was hard for me to get it to match right.
So here's the good news. You've got several months to work on this. You've got several. So you can take or leave the advice, but I offer that as constructive criticism. I'll say this. We're about to reap the results. Regardless of the results, it's a clean slate. Not only for you, but for every single business that is moving on to the New York competition. Sarai, where's Sarai? There you are. As I remember, you were second in this competition last year, yeah, and then you were second in the national competition, yes, and so the fact that you did not place first here had no bearing on how you did in the nationals, because again, it was a clean slate. And then you also got that special opportunity to go to Barcelona. So I say that to say, we're gonna read the results now, we're gonna give out some checks, but it's a clean slate for the fall competition, and I really urge you to continue working with each other, your teams, your teachers, the volunteers who are supporting you, and keep working on them because you have that opportunity, and the pitches are already so good. I know they're gonna be fabulous by the time we get to the fall. So with that, was that good advice, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
So with that, our third place winner, receiving $500 and competing at the national competition, are Bryce and Nishant with EcoVision. Second place winner today, receiving $1,000, is Jack with Sunskin. And that means that our big winner today, receiving $1,500 and also going to the national competition, is Morgan with Matthew Away. Thank you to everybody here today. Thank you to our distinguished panel of judges for your thoughtful consideration of these business ideas. Great to be with you all. This concludes our event for today. We'll see you again soon. Thanks a lot.